recommendations do you have for home safety if you are going to be gone for an extended amount of time? We had a break-in about 7 years ago. My husband was gone, and I was gone for probably about 3 weeks. Come to find out, the police think it was our neighbors that were watching our house. The wife had gone. They think it was the husband came, and they think they came and sold everything at the barracks. Anyway, well, because none of my jewelry was stolen, and he said, you know, jewelry is really personal, and they just wanted the cash. They didn't really want to hurt you. Anyway, but my car was in the driveway, and so, I mean, it was somebody that was obvious that they had watched. I mean, you know, they knew that I wasn't home. But what recommendations do you have for home safety if you're leaving for an extended amount of time?
For that, and I'll tell you guys another service that we offer. If you're going to be out of town, go out of town for an extended period of time, come out of the police department. There's a little card you fill out that with your name and address, a contact phone number, and how long you're going to be gone. We have officers go and check your home while you're not there on a daily basis. We'll go check it, and that's a no charge. You know, it's a no charge thing. So a lot of people don't know that. We try to get that out. But yeah, we have officers that will go when you go on vacation, you're out of town. We'll go by and check it.
Do you know if the county will do that if you're not inside city limits?
I don't know if they do it. That's a good question. I don't know if they offer it. Seems like they would, but I'm not for sure. But another good practice too for us is to leave a light on. If you're going to have, we really recommend that you have a neighbor keep an eye on your house and to be able to have
see where that got
a neighbor that you trust, to have and even leave them a key, and they can go in and turn different lights on in your house to give somebody the impression
that would be a trusted neighbor.
Well, and we thought we did.
Yeah, to pick up your mail, you know, turn different lights on in your home to give somebody the impression that it is somebody going in and out. Move your car to different locations in the driveway, things like that. Somebody you can trust, obviously. And that brings another point that, you know, we try to encourage community watches. That's something else that community officers do. Community policing try to encourage community watches, and that way, you know, strengthen numbers that we talked about earlier. You know, it's better to have a neighborhood that, you know, people in different parts of the neighborhood can kind of keep an eye on things, different streets, and you can tell that person who's a captain on that street or block captain on that street that, hey, I'm going to be out of town. This car will be in the driveway. And that captain can kind of network to the other homeowners that, look, so-and-so's out of town, you're closer to her house, I need you to keep an eye on it. And if you see anybody in the driveway, they're not supposed to be there, we need to call the police. Talking about the community watches for the areas, the predominant military neighborhoods, there's not a whole lot of interest for it in it because of, I guess, people they're not there long enough. They're not going to be in the home long, so they're moving. They may be deployed somewhere, so we don't have a lot of interest for it in those areas, unfortunately. But we do have some that do try to maintain a community watch because it's very, very important because, you know, people who are living there in the neighborhoods know when something's suspicious. They know what cars belong and don't. They know the people walking the streets who live there and don't. So they can call us and we can, you know, catch them in the act. So we try to encourage, and we're going to keep trying to encourage community watches, you know, to help us protect, you know, people's homes and property. Because that's the single way we're going to be able to catch these people in the act when they're in here trying to take property out of cars and everything. People have got to call us. And we can't always be there when it's going on. We may be on this side of town or in another neighborhood, and we need that phone call and say, hey, you might want to check this person out who's walking the street that doesn't belong here. And a lot of stuff gets solved that way. So we have to try to keep encouraging that.